Three, two, one, zero.
What is up, whatever nation, and welcome to episode 10 of the Whatever I Find Entertaining podcast with your host Deezo. We made it. We did it, y'all. We made it to 10 episodes. We made it to I almost said a century. God damn, I'm retarded. I almost said a century. A decade of episodes, which is not true, but I was making a joke, but I fucked it up with that century shit. I hate me, bro. Anywho, but welcome to the episode. Jam-packed episode as usual today. I can't wait to get down the list of topics, but first and most important, wellness check. How you doing today? How you doing? Are you doing better than you were yesterday? If not, why not? What steps can we together take to get you to better than you was yesterday? Make sure every day is better than yesterday, because I'm doing fantastic, but I want you to be doing fantastic as well. So I hope everything is great with you. I hope all your families are great. And I just want to say off the top of the show, thank you for joining me today. It's gonna be a good show, man. I feel it in my soul. It's gonna be a good show. We got plenty of topics to go across. I can't wait. So if y'all ready, then I'm ready, and we just gonna get to it. I mean, today I want to talk about COVID vaccine. I got my first shot, and we're gonna go over that whole experience. We're gonna talk about a few movie trailers that I would love to discuss the whole movies, but we'll get into that later. We're gonna talk about Overwatch 2 randomly, because I just randomly ran into some Overwatch 2 stuff. And then we're gonna talk about, if you remember last episode, in case you didn't miss it, I said I was gonna do some J. Cole homework, and I did. So I got my new updated list, or maybe it's not updated, maybe it's still the same, I don't know. I've listened through off season, back and forth and back, and I'm ready to get my I almost said views. Is views the right word? Views on the album? I guess I'm ready to give my opinion, because you know me, I always got an opinion. So we're gonna talk about that. And we're gonna get right to it. We're not gonna waste no time today. We're gonna get right to it, baby. This is gonna be a quick, efficient, excellent show. So we're gonna take a quick break, and then we're not gonna play no games. We're not playing this episode 10, baby. We getting to it today. I will be right back. And we are back. Welcome back to the show, y'all. First things first, I want to talk about my COVID vaccine shot. Yes, you heard it correctly. I've gotten my first shot as the day I'm recording this. I don't feel any different so far. I'm not mutated into a zombie just yet. I don't feel like I'm being tracked by the government, but I guess you wouldn't feel it if you was, would you? Process didn't take long. I went down to the America Center. They sent me right through. I will tell you this: they were very polite and they were very professional. I mean, it was like they were just happy it's like I was doing them a favor showing up. I showed up to the thing, they were like, "Hey, how you doing today?" I'm like, "I'm doing good." They was like, "Hey, this your first or second shot?" I'm like, "This is my first one." It's like, "Oh, okay, you go this way, you follow the arrows, and they'll help you out over there." I'm like, "Okay, cool." It's like, "Oh, thank you for coming." Like, they were really happy I was there. So that's either I'm doing the right thing, or this really is some government cover up shit. I don't know. Hopefully I don't let it regret this. But I was on the fence. I think I talked about this either last episode or the episode before it. I was really on the fence about whether or not I wanted to get the shot, because I'm not really a vaccine guy. I'm not an anti-vaxxer or anything. Like, I'm not against anybody getting the shot. If you want the shot, get the shot. I mean, it's free. But I don't get shots in my daily life. Yeah, I covered all that. I ain't gonna rehash up all that. But what I did was, what convinced me was, one, I really didn't have a whole lot of reasons why I shouldn't get the shot. Two, I think it just makes things safer for my loved ones, the people I'm gonna be around every day. Unless it turns out that getting a vaccine shot makes things worse, and which I can't see how it could. But unless it makes things worse, then I'm just, it's all about making things safer for my friends, because my friends and family that I hang around a lot. Because in my personal life, my second job, because on top of doing this podcast for y'all, which I love, which is my priority, on my mama it's my priority. I work 2 jobs, and one of my main job, I'm usually by myself. It's an overnight thing, so I'm not really around too many people. At the most, I'm around like 2 people. So I don't really have to worry about it as much. I don't even barely wear a mask in there, to be honest with you, because there's just nobody around. But in my other job, my side job, I'm around a lot of people, and I gotta have my mask on pretty much the whole time. So I was like, you know what? It might be best for me, because I don't know these people. I don't know these people I'm gonna be around. I mean, my fellow employee, my coworkers, I trust them. Most of them gotten the shot anyway, so I trust them. But I don't trust these customers. So who knows if, because a lot of them, I mean, I be in big groups, and a lot of them don't have masks on. So I'm like, you know what? I think it's just safer, once again, safer for my family and my friends that I be around if I just go ahead and get this shot, because you could so easily contract it from somebody who's just not doing what they're supposed to do. And I don't know these customers, so I don't know if they take care of themselves, and I don't know if they wash their hands. I don't know if they social distance, if they wear masks. I don't know what the hell they do, because I don't know them. So that's why I ended up, I got my first shot. I got the Pfizer. Like most people, my arm was hurting for like 2.5 days. Like, it was really sore. But I mean, it's fine now. Yeah, it was a really short process. Just in case, I mean, I guess I'm saying this just in case you're on the fence about how the whole thing goes, and you just want to know the process. It was really simple. You walk in. I mean, I didn't even have to register. Like, they just like, hey, did you register online? I was like, no. It's like, okay, come this way. So I didn't have to register online. I just walked right in when I got off work, and they pointed me towards the place, and they were like, hey, you want this shot or you want that shot? They were only offering, at the place I went to, they were only offering Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson. And I'm not here to persuade you to feel any type of way about anything. That's not what this show is about. But I haven't heard anything bad about Minerva or Pfizer. But everybody knows that Johnson & Johnson is known to cause blood clots. So I don't know anybody who's got the Johnson & Johnson. I just know the Pfizer and the Minerva. So yeah, I got the Pfizer. And you sit down, they ask you a bunch of personal questions, make sure you're not allergic to nothing, make sure this can't bother you, that can't bother you. If you give consent, they get your information, they get your email, so they can email you all the information that you're giving them right now. They'll be like, hey, you got your shot on this day, this is the kind of shot you got, this is the next time you got your shot. So they did all of your information, and then they send you over to the next line, and it was a volunteer, and then a military guy, a soldier. It was a soldier, and they were both at the table, and I sat down, and he just took the paper from me that the last person got, and I was sitting on the side with the soldier, and he was like, hey, which arm you want it in? I was like, I heard it makes your arm sore, so I'd rather have my left arm sore than my right arm because I'm right-handed. And he was like, okay, gave me the shot, and he was like, that was it. They gave me a piece of paper showing when I need to get my next shot, which is on the 10th. And he said, hey, if you can go down here in this waiting area and just wait around for about 20-30 minutes to make sure you don't have any like reaction to the shot, and then you can go on about your business. So that's what I did. I waited in the waiting area, and that was the longest part of the whole process, was just waiting after you got the shot. But by the time I got to the waiting area, I had already got like 3 emails from the person showing me all my shot information and when I need to get my next one. So there's no way you can like forget when you're supposed to get your next shot or forget what shot you got. Like, there's no way to mess that up. I think they texted it to me, they emailed it to me, they gave me a card with all the information on it, which is, I'm looking at it right here with all the information on it. So there's just like, they even gave me a card to to register, not register, apply? No, make an appointment for my next shot. So I mean, they gave you all the information. It was really simple, really easy, really smooth. So I mean, if you're worried about the process of it, I can't tell you, like, I mean, because they're putting something in your body. So be wary and do your research. I did my research, and that's what's most important. Do your research. Don't let anybody tell you this is what you should be doing. Do your research. That's about all I can say about it. I did my research, and I couldn't really find a reason not to, but you may have a reason not to. So make sure you do yours. Do you right by you and right by your family. Don't worry about what other people saying. Don't worry about if all your friends got it or all your coworkers got it. Do right by you and your family, because you the one that's got to live with you and your family. You don't want to screw them over. Forget what everybody else is saying. Do right by you. I think that's it. That's all I got for my my vaccine story. Can't wait to get that shot and get it over with. I will say this, I'm in on this because this already took longer than I thought it would. But after I get my second shot, they say you don't need to wear your mask anymore. I'm definitely wearing my mask. I'm not. Why risk it? Like, why? I'll definitely keep wearing my mask long after I get my second shot. But yeah, that's it. That's all I'm gonna talk about that vaccine. It was a very pleasant experience. Yeah, but we're gonna move on to, we're gonna talk about a little Overwatch 2 right quick, just for a little bit. I'm gonna come back from breaking it. We're gonna talk about some Overwatch 2. And then we're gonna get into, after that, we're gonna get into some movie trailer stuff. So I will be right back. And we are back. Welcome back, y'all. Time to talk about some Overwatch 2. Now, one thing you may not know about me, I love the first Overwatch. I haven't played any of it in a long time because it's not as fun if you don't have a whole team. It's kind of not that fun when you're playing with randoms and you can't communicate. So I haven't really played it in a while, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was dope as hell. I was a diva player. That sounds like I wasn't. No, the character I like to play with was diva. Who else did I play with? I played with diva. I played a little bit of Winston. I played that. There was that. What was her name? I think her name was Mercy. She was like an angel character and she could heal. But there was also that dude who like rollerbladed around. He used to buff you too. Buff your stats. I played with him as well. I can't remember his name though. But yeah, I enjoyed the first Overwatch. But I just happened on the day of recording this. I just happened because it wasn't even in my set notes. I just happened to bump into it. GameSpot was doing like a 20-minute gameplay of Overwatch because they just had like a live stream thing where they talked all about the game, and so I guess GameStop got to sit down with a couple of the people that work on it and just watch the 20-minute match of what is it? I think it's called Escort. It's the one where there's like a car and your team has to stay by it so it'll keep moving and the other team has to stop you. They played that on this new map called New York. I don't know if the map was called New York, but it was definitely in New York. And from what I could tell, it looks a lot. It looks a lot like the same. I mean, all the characters they showed were characters that were in one. So I don't know if, I assume Overwatch 2 is going to have new characters. And so are they going to bring back all the characters from part 1? Because another thing I heard is that it's going to be 5v5 now. It's not going to be 4-on-4 anymore. So they're going to have more characters because now there's more people on this team. It went from 8-player matches to 10-player matches. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. They talked about like I said, the gameplay looked pretty much the same. It didn't look too different. They talked about tweaking the audio so some things sound different. They talked about canceling your super moves. Like I ain't really understand it, but they were talking about canceling it and then you can like stock it to like have 2 or something like that. They were talking about working on a role-based passive abilities for all heroes. So I guess you can level up your characters now and get different stuff, which I know that wasn't in part 1. But it looks good. If you like Overwatch, you're gonna like this. I wish I got to see some new characters, but I did miss the live stream. I didn't hear anything about it. I didn't know they were doing a live stream, so I just straight up missed it. But yeah, I mean, it looks good. 5-on-5 seems pretty cool. I can't wait for that. The map looked gorgeous, but the gameplay looked kind of the same. It didn't look. They were talking about tweaks they did and how it's more fast paced and less everybody getting stuck and jammed in one spot and changing up how the maps work and stuff. So typical. Here's a new first person shooter. Here's the things we tweaked. So it wasn't anything like too mind blowing, but I mean, it looked good. So if, like I said, if you're excited about Overwatch 2, then you deserve to be excited because it looks good. It looks like it's going to be very enjoyable. I guess that's all I got for Overwatch 2. Next, I got something I talked about previously on the show. I want to say like 3 or 4 episodes ago, when I had this whole big Resident Evil episode where I was talking about all this Resident Evil news that they dropped around the time when Resident Evil 8 dropped. Resident Evil Village. Around the time that dropped, they were talking. I mentioned a movie and I mentioned a TV show. The TV show being called Infinite Darkness. They just released a trailer, which was pretty cool looking. It looked. One thing about the Resident Evil animated movies, they always look really fucking dope. They always look hella good. They like Final Fantasy animated movies. They always just look hella good. It's what I didn't realize though is it said it's a series, so it's gonna be coming on Netflix, which probably means that all the episodes are gonna be up day one. It's supposed to be dropping on July 8th, so that's not that far away. That's a little bit over a month. I mean, we still in May at this point, but I mean, May damn near over. You hear me? So far with the story, all that I know is that this takes place between Resident Evil 4 and 5, and it's following Leon, who he gets a call to go investigate something at the warehouse. The warehouse got like a cyber attack. That's it. The warehouse, the White House had like a cyber attack or something, and he was sent to investigate that. But by the time he get to the White House, surprise, it was a zombie attack, and there's zombies all over this joint. And then at some point he runs into Claire and they hook up, and not hook up, but they like join together to do Leon and Claire shit. Like I mean, these ain't new characters to Resident Evil, so you know how it go. It looked pretty good from what I've seen so far. Like I said, the Resident Evil animated movies usually look dope. It's like it's kind of like DC. It's like they live action movies be hit or miss, but they animated movies be on point every time. I haven't seen a DC animated movie that I didn't like. And I'm not even a DC guy, I'm a Marvel guy. And I haven't seen, actually, I don't think I've seen too many Marvel animated movies that I like. Very, very, very flip-floppy there, very reverse role there. But yeah, Infinite Darkness looks great. Like I said, it's dropping on July 8th. I'm super happy for it. Looks like it'll give me something to watch while I watch what's it called? Oh, Loki. Cause we super close to Loki. Cause I think it's June 10th. I can't remember, but we super close to Loki, and I'm not here to talk about Loki, but I am excited about that shit. I can't wait. I cannot. It looks so goddamn good. But yeah, I guess that's it for Overwatch 2. That's it for Infinite Darkness. I told y'all this is gonna be an efficient episode. We ain't bullshit today. This episode 10. We ain't dragging on. We getting to the point. So next we're gonna talk about a foo. Just when I talked about how efficient I was being, I mispronounced few and foo. God damn it, deethezo. Anyway, we're gonna talk about a few movie trailers and some concerns I have with movie reviews. Right after this break. I'll be right back, y'all. And we are back. Welcome back, y'all. Next thing I want to talk about is some new movies that are coming out either soon or later on this year. And normally I'd be excited to talk about them because I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see this and then tell you what I thought about the movie. But the movies I'm talking about today, for the most part, won't be coming out on any place I can find them. Yeah, they won't be coming out on no Hulu, no Disney Plus, no HBO Max. I mean, there are movies that are coming out to those, but the movies I'd really want to share my opinion with you all, I think they just theaters. And honest, keep it real with you, I ain't going to a theater no time this year. Like, nah. Hopefully, by the time Marvel stuff start dropping next year, I'll be able to go to theaters. Like, going to the theaters will be a comfortable thing. But nah, not this year. Ain't no way in hell, buddy. So there are a few movies that I wish. There's some movies I've talked about in previous videos. So I'm not gonna cover those. I said previous videos, previous episodes. So I'm not gonna talk about those. I just want to talk about some ones I haven't had a chance to talk about on the show yet. But yeah, we won't be able to have a discussion with them because they're only in theaters, and I'm not going to a theater to see them. And there's no chance of them. Maybe they'll do some kind of dual release on like Amazon Prime so I can rent it. If I can rent it, then sure, I'd love to talk about them. I'll spend a little money to rent it. But yeah, I don't think they're doing it. I think these are just straight up theaters. So the first one is this really the Snake Eyes, which is like a G.I. Joe Origins movie. So I don't remember much about G.I. Joe. I don't remember if the Cobras had like, because I assume that's like the making of Cobra. I don't know. I don't remember the origins of G.I. Joe like that. But the movie looks dope, which is crazy coming from me because the actual live action G.I. Joe movies I thought were absolute trash. I think they had some good action sequences, and I think the stuff with the ninjas was the coolest part. But for the most part, I thought those movies was whack as hell. But this looks pretty damn good. It looks pretty damn good. Like I said, it's called Snake Eyes. I wish we could talk about it on the show, but I think it's theaters only. Another one is this movie called The Green Knight. Now, I have been seeing stuff about The Green Knight for a while now, and I had no clue what it was. Then I watched a trailer of it, and I was like, this shit looked like banana lookies, bro. Like, it looked crazy as hell. Like, I have no idea what the plot of this movie is after watching this trailer. All I know is there was some guy, and he like fought a tree man, and he chopped the tree man's head off. And he was like, yeah, I won. But it was a tree man. So he just was like, hey, I'm still alive. And then he said something about in a year, something happens. So it's like life sucks for a year, I guess. Or every year he has to go back and fight that dude. I don't know, man. There was so much shit happening in that trailer, bro. I don't know. But I would love to break that shit down to y'all when it comes out. But once again, I think it's theaters only. Which sucks, man. Because that shit looked crazy. And I don't even know if I mean good or bad crazy. I just mean crazy. Another one which I just recently saw, which looks really exceptionally good, and it's not some wacky ass comic book movie. It's not some weird ass fantasy movie. It's like a reality, like it's a grounded reality movie. Kevin Hart has a movie called Fatherhood, and from what I can tell from the plot is that he's married and he has a daughter, but the mom died at some point when the daughter was young, so he's forced to be a single dad and try to figure out how to raise his daughter, which he has no clue how to do, because I mean, most guys, how would you raise a daughter? Like, you know. So it looks like it's a little comedy, it's a little serious. It lets you, it looks like it's going to give you a view into how good of an actor Kevin Hart is and how he don't have to be the funny guy all the time. But it looks really good, but that's another one I think that's just theaters only. So that kind of sucks, man. Because I would love to discuss that too. Because it's this. Listen, I want this show to do the silly stuff, to do some serious stuff, to do some up stuff, some down stuff, some left stuff, some right stuff. That's why it's called Whatever I Find Entertaining. It ain't all comic books and video games. We're gonna do music. We're gonna do like all kinds of stuff. The NBA playoffs is coming up, so I'm gonna be talking about. Actually, I think they might start tomorrow. I think so. So we're gonna be talking about that. So I just want you to know I missed episode 10, so since I'm dumb explaining that, I've explained it before. This ain't the first time I went over it, but I want the show to be just more than me talking comic books because, I mean, it's whatever I find entertaining. I don't want to be broad, but I don't want to be, I don't want to be broad, but I don't want to be too narrow either. So whatever y'all like, whatever y'all want to talk about, man, we can talk about it. Just hit me up. Once again, I say it every episode. You're probably tired of hearing me say it, but all my social medias is deethezo the Great on everything, on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube is deethezo. That's deethezo. Like I said, deethezo the Great it sounds like it's spelled, and I'm spelling out it's the great. But yeah, hit me up and just say, hey, have you seen this movie, or have you read this book, or do you know this actor, or what about how you feel about this team, or this is what's going on in the music world, how you feel about that? Look, there are very few things that are off limits. There are very few things that are off limits in this show. As long as it falls in the realm of entertainment, I'm not about to get up here and talk politics or religion or nothing like that. But like I said, as long as it's in the world of entertainment, bro, it's in bounds. We can talk about it. Just let me know what y'all want to talk about. I'm always have my stuff, but I'm always willing to add more or switch it up or do something else. You know, I know I say that every episode, but I just, this may be your first time listening to me. Hopefully it's not your last time listening to me, but I want everybody on the same page. You know what I'm saying? Because we a family here. We whatever nation, and we got to stick together because we got. And with that, we're gonna take a quick break. But before we go on break, I just want you to know we on our last segment. I know it seems like the show is over already. I told y'all this episode 10, bro, and we flying by. We efficient as fuck today. Efficient as fuck. EAF. Efficient as fuck. Yeah, we're gonna talk about J. Cole. Like I said, I listened to Off Season. We're gonna get our opinions on. I'm gonna give you my opinion on that, and then I'm gonna let you know if my top 10 list has changed. We're gonna go back over last episode. We're gonna go back over my top 10 list, and then we're gonna see if it's changed. So I'm gonna take a quick break, and I'll be right back.
What's up, everybody? I would like to take this time out to tell you about a fantastic podcasting opportunity. It's Anchor, a free app that allows you to record and edit your podcast straight from your phone or your computer. And once you're done recording your masterpiece, Anchor will distribute your podcast for you free of charge on popular platforms such as Spotify and Apple. Plus, you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. Anchor really does have everything you need all in one place to get you started with your podcasting career. So if you love podcasts and been listening to them forever and want to join in on the fun, or you just started listening to podcasts and thought to yourself, man, that sounds like something fun I can do in my spare time, why not go to the App Store right now? Right now, while you're listening to my sexy voice. You don't even have to cut me off or stop me. You can do this at the same time. You can go to the App Store, search Anchor, that's ANCHOR, or go to anchor.fm and get started. Once again, that's Anchor in your App Store, ANCHOR, or anchor.fm. Why not give it a try? It's free, it's fun, you don't have anything to lose.
And we are back. Welcome back, everybody. It's time to get into it. It's time for the thing that y'all been waiting on since last episode. It's what did I think of the new J. Cole album, Off Season? It was fantastic. I freaking loved it. It was so. I mean, it's like, what do you expect from J. Cole? Like, I didn't expect this to be trash. I expected it to be dope as hell. So I don't know if you should. Is it better than I thought it would be? I don't know. I mean, because I expect greatness from him, and this was greatness. So I don't know how much I can praise it. I will say this: some of my highlights. The intro. I can't remember what the intro is called, but the intro was dope as hell, and if you're out there and you're listening to me, I cannot for the life of me figure out what song he sampled in that intro. I know what you're saying, just Google it. I want to figure it out. I don't want to Google it, but if you know, even if you Googled it, if you know, and you're listening to this right now, and you're listening to this on a platform where you can comment, just go ahead and comment and say, hey, he sampled this, bro. Oh, if you're listening to this on YouTube, just go ahead and put down in the comments what song he sampled. Maybe I'll have a prize for you. I don't know. First person to do it, I'll do some kind of giveaway. I don't know. But yeah, it's been racking my brain because I've been trying to figure it out. And I think I'm close, but I'm not sure. But I don't want to get nothing away. Just in case there's somebody else out there trying to figure it out too. And just so you know, you might get spoiled in the comments of this video. So, in the comments of this podcast. So, if you're trying to figure it out too, you might want to steer clear of the comments. But yeah, the intro was dope. Amari, amazing track. My Life, super dope. I think My Life is the one that had Moray and 21 Savage in it. I think it was dope. 100 Mil is probably my favorite track on the album. God damn, that shit was good. Pride is the Devil, also dope. The whole album was dope. I will say that this is probably the first Cole album. Maybe KLD did too. This is the first one. Definitely, there's no skippable tracks on her. This is an unskipped. Like, there's nothing I want to skip on her. It was dope. And I remember after it finished playing, I was like, damn, it's done already? And that's how you know you got a good album. Because this is how you know you got a bad album, when you steadily checking to see how many songs you got left. But when it's done, you're like, damn, it's done. Because it wasn't short. It was about 12 tracks on it, I think. Which is, that's like the sweet spot for me. Like 12 to 15. And I only say 15 if you got some skits. But he ain't had no skits in it. He had an interlude, but it was a song called Interlude. And it wasn't an interlude, because he was going on that motherfucker. It was definitely not an interlude. But yeah, it was dope. Every feature he had on here, amazing job. Moray did an amazing job. The feature he had for Moray, if you don't know, I don't want to say I'm a big Moray fan, but I'm definitely a supporter of Moray. I listened to his album. If you haven't caught his album, fuck, I wish I remember what his album was called. I'm sorry, I can't remember. But Moray, Morray, in case you're wondering. Dope singer. He super dope. Great music. My homeboy Darren put me on to him. Super dope. The feature he had on this album was so, like, Cole picked the perfect hook, the perfect beat, and the perfect subject matter for him. He just knocked it out the park, bro. It was dope, and probably one of the best 21 Savage verses I ever heard. I told my homeboy, I was joking with him. I said, so 21 Savage's best 2 verses of his career are both songs with J. Cole, because on a lot song he got with J. Cole, yeah, that was one of the best 21 Savage verses I ever heard. So it was just impressive, man. It was really good. And I don't expect much. Like my bar for 21 Savage is like low, and he definitely went above and beyond for that shit, bro. Like, that was really fucking good. He said, I think his last line was something like, I planted a seed, it ain't sesame, I can't let you niggas grow next to me, or something like that. That was just dope. He says, I'm not sure, I don't want to butcher his bars, but it was something along those lines. And I was like, man, that was pretty damn dope. I fuck with it. But like I said, Moray did a brilliant job. I can't remember what song Lil Baby was on, but I remember his feature being hella good. And I don't even like Lil Baby, but his feature was hella good. He also had I think it's Bass. It's B-A-S. It's one of his Dreamville niggas. B-A-S, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. And Black, or Six Lack. I don't know, like, whatever. But he had them on there too. I think that's all. He also had, I almost said Joel Santana. Cameron did talking in the intro, but he didn't rap it all, so I don't know if you can call that a feature. But he was just talking shit in the intro. Intro was so dope. This may be the best J. Cole intro on the album, he just came out attacking, bro. It was like Ludacris quality intro. You know, Ludacris got the best intros on his albums, bro. This shit was dope. But yeah, I loved it. I loved the entire album. I thought it was freaking amazing, if I do say so myself. But the real important thing here is, where does this fall amongst the 6 J. Cole albums? That's what's really important. That's what we're really here to get down to, because it's clear to say, it's easy to say I love the album, man. I thought it was gosh darn brilliant, from top to bottom. Subject matter, beats was amazing. He did a lot of, how do I put it? He definitely, I don't know. There was some, especially in songs like, I forgot what the second track was called, but especially in the second track and 100 Mil, it really sounded like he was showing, like, I can do what today's rappers do, but I can do it way better than they do it. Kind of like he did with Get Off My Dick, where it was like, oh, you think I can't make a club record? I can make a club record. It's shit easy, but I can do it way better than you can. But yeah, that's what some of the album felt like. Most of it felt like, I don't want to say classic J. Cole. I hate when you say this sound like classic this person, because it makes it sound like you're saying like they ain't been this good in a while. And I think more than anybody else I can think of, honest, just me being honest, more than anybody I can think of, I think J. Cole has progressed, as in gotten better than any of the artists I can think of in his time span since his first album and this current album. He's just like, even if you compare him to Kendrick or Drake, with Drake it's hard to tell, because I mean, you always got that asterisk of, did he write the shit? So it's hard to tell if he's getting better at it or not. But I'm talking about just straight up lyrics, and I would say he improved way more than Kendrick has. Not to say he's better than Kendrick or Kendrick's better than him. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, like, from Good Kid, Mad City to Damn, that was his last album, right? Damn. I don't know how much he improved lyrically, because it's always been top tier shit. But nigga, if you go from Sideline Stories, I think that's what it was called, Cold World Sideline Stories, and if you go from there to Born Sinner, he way better. Like, lyrically, even though I don't fuck with Born Sinner like that, lyrically he way better. He way better, just lyrically. And I think he just improved exponentially on every single track. Well, not every single track, on every single album. I just think he's better at rapping. It ain't even about putting a song together or production. I just think he's a better rapper than he used to be. That's what I think. That's my opinion. I think he's progressed more than anybody else I can think of. And it's funny because I remember having this conversation with my homeboy the other day about when I think it was DJ Khaled dropped the track and it got Nas and Jay-Z in it, and I was just thinking about how I think they're better than they've ever been. I think both of them continue to get better, and I think the same thing for M, because a lot of people like to say like these artists aren't as good as they used to be, but I'm like, dude, like when I listen to them lyrically, it's like I don't think they improved. Like I don't think they've lost a step. I think they keep gaining steps, to be honest with you. I think the shit that all three of them are putting out now, like I'm not saying overall, I'm just saying lyrically, I think they've gotten better. I'm not finna sit here and act like Nas's current album is better than Illmatic. That's not where I'm going. I'm saying I'm not here to say that Jay-Z's last album was better than Life and Times, Sean Carter. That's not what I'm here to say. I'm just talking about lyrically. I think them niggas is better than they used to be. And the same thing goes for Cole. I just think he's just improved so fucking much. Like this J. Cole would out-rap, just out-rap circles around the old J. Cole. And I just went on a whole tirade about why I don't like to call things classic. And that was weird, because that wasn't really what I wanted to talk about. But you know me, bro. I love to ramble. But like I said, most importantly, what we're here to talk about is last week on the podcast. I ranked J. Cole's 5 albums because I didn't do off season, obviously. So I ranked Forest Hills, KOD, Cold World, Born Center, and For Your Eyes Only. I ranked them. I put them. I put them in order from 5 to 1. Which one I like the least and which one I like the most. And it turns out Born Center was the least, and KOD was the most. Now, if I put the off season in this mix now, that means one album has to go. But like I said last episode, I was going to re-listen to every single Cole. All 5 of them albums I just named, I was going to re-listen to all of them before I even listened to the off season, which I did. I gave them multiple listens, and I was listening to them all week. And to be honest with you, I don't know if the list is going to change all that much. I don't think. Maybe I put For Your Eyes Only at 3. Maybe that should be a little lower, but I mean, it's not. I think maybe Cold World might be better than For Your Eyes Only. My initial rating for that was I was going through some shit at that time, so that was that's why I didn't mess with the album that much. But now I'm like, not listening to it now, I'm like, it's dope as fuck. I think I like Cold World more though, to be honest with you. So I might move that down to 4 and move Cold World up. I will say this: not only is Born Center still last, but I get now why I don't fuck with it, because I know a lot of people that love Born Center, and I just people always look at me crazy when I'm like, yeah, I don't like Born Center. I think it's I said the same thing about Wale's second album on Maybach Music. What the fuck was it called? It was called Gifted. And it's so weird because The Gifted came out 2 years after Ambition, and Ambition is, I still fucking love Ambition. That shit is so goddamn good. But for a while, Wale was one of my favorites. He was one of my favorite younger rappers. He just don't really do music like that no more, for real. I don't know. I mean, he does put out music, but I just like, it don't be on my radar like that no more. But it's so weird because he put out his first album before he got on Maybach Music was pretty damn. I think it was called Attention Deficit or something like that. That album was hella good too, but that was before MMF. Why the fuck I keep saying MMF? Maybach Music. We talking about just since he got on there. And his first album was Ambition. That shit was dope as hell. Then 2 years later, he dropped The Gifted, which I didn't like. I can't even tell you a single song that's on The Gifted, bro. I can't. But then 2 years after that, he dropped Album About Nothing. And that shit was dope as fuck, bro. I love Album About Nothing. I don't love as much as Ambition, but I do love Album About Nothing. But then 2 years after that, he dropped Shine, which I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck Shine was about. No clue. Can't remember. Don't got no fucking clue what that was about. But then 2 years after that, he dropped Wow, That's Crazy. And I don't honestly, I don't even remember if that was good or not. I can't remember shit about it. So I don't even know. But anyway, I don't know how I got on Wale like that. I don't even know what the point of what I just did was. But to show you that, what the fuck was my point? I mean, my point. My point is that it came out. Both their second albums, J. Cole and Wale. Technically it's Wale's third, but we're talking about on Maybach Music. His second album on Maybach Music. They both came out in 2013, and they were both debut albums, and they were both like, I didn't fuck with either one of them. I like the Born Center more than The Gifted. I can tell you that much. But yeah, I did not fuck with The Gifted at all. But all that aside, is I finally realized why now I don't fuck with Born Center. And because I re-listened to it, of course. And it's got about 16 songs on it, I believe. Which, that's fine. That's a good amount of songs. It's got 16 tracks and 2 skits. There's there's one with the pastor, and then there's like I forgot what the other one was. I think it was that more money or niggas know something. I forgot the second skit was, but so that leaves about 14 actual songs, and 7 of them I think are so fucking dope. I think they're dope. You got Trouble. The intro was hard. Niggas Know. What else? Fuck, I can't remember. She Knows. There's gotta be like 2 more songs I fuck with on there. But you see how quickly I came up with those 4. Probably about, yeah. I think it's like 7 and 7. There's 7 songs I fuck with heavy, and there's 7 songs I don't fuck with. And one of the ones I don't fuck with, I don't fuck with that Let Nas Down. I don't know, bro. And I also don't fuck with the song he got with Kendrick. Money, cars, clothes, you know that. Money. I forgot what it's called. But yeah, it's just, I think it had a lot to do with beat choice and subject matter of those 7 that I didn't fuck with. But I don't know. The point of the story is that Born Sinner's still at the bottom. And if I was doing another top 5, Born Sinner wouldn't be on it now. It'll probably be off season 5 because I just haven't had enough time with it to put it above anything else. It'll be For Your Eyes Only 4, Cold War 3, Forest Hills 2, and still KOD number 1. I think this got the potential to just shoot straight up to the top though. Like I'm loving this motherfucker so far. I think it's dope as hell. It's I don't know, the beat choice, the subject matter. He just, like I said, this is, to me, in my personal opinion, this is the best he's been lyrically. That's just my opinion. The best he's been lyrically. So I think this J. Cole will out-rap any other J. Cole on any other album. And normally he don't have no features, or if he do have features, it's his niggas. And the features he picked on here were oddball features to me. I think him and Moray from the same city though, so it makes sense that he got him on there. But Savage, Lil Baby, Black, them all Southern niggas though, huh? He only had Southern niggas on here, huh? Except Bass. I don't know where Bass is from. Besides that, he only had Southern niggas on here, which is fine because his features were few, but damn, they were good, bro. So I guess that's it. I gave you my list. I gave you my opinion on the album. I think that's it. I don't really got much else to say. I'm really happy with the album. It's pretty dope. I'm still bumping it. I'm probably bumping it for a while, at least until DMX come out in a little bit. DMX is dropping a posthumous. I forgot what that word is, where something drops after you die, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So, and I also still got to listen to that DJ Khaled. I haven't listened to that yet. Maybe I'll talk about that on the next show. I don't know. If you want me to, I will. If you don't want me to, I don't have to. I'll definitely be talking about that DMX though. You can't stop me from talking about that. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all she wrote for this episode, man. I had a good time. It was another great, solid episode. I thought we was pretty goddamn efficient, like I said we'd be. I just thank y'all for joining me, like usual. Y'all know I always appreciate y'all attendance in the class of whatever we find entertaining. We gonna keep rocking. I don't plan on stopping no time soon. So if y'all enjoying this, if y'all on a platform that allows you to rate or leave a comment, please do so. I know all of them don't. I listen to my podcast on Spotify and Amazon Music, and you can't on either one of those. So I know all platforms don't. But if you can, please do. If you can't, don't even worry about it. Like I said, the podcasts are up on pretty almost any source you can think of. Apple Music, Google Podcasts, Spotify. The videos are going to be going up on my YouTube channel a day after they release here. if you peep my ad on every episode, Anchor, if you have Anchor, which is who I podcast through, you can watch them on there. And I think they let you comment on Anchor. I'm not sure. But yeah, just thank y'all. I love you so much. Please, thank you so much for the support. I'm really enjoying it, and I hope y'all enjoying it as well. But if you're not, please feel free to tell me. I am willing to fix what's broken. I don't got no problem taking criticisms. Also, before I go, I like to mention this at the end of every episode because I don't like to put it at the beginning because I don't want it to make it look like I'm trying to convince you to do something. But in the wherever you listen to podcasts, in the episode page, when you go to the episode, in the description there'll be a link to a support channel where you can donate to the podcast if you want to support, if you want to subscribe. There's $1 to $100. I don't know what the max goes up to, but you can just donate $1 if you want to. You can donate $5, $20, whatever. If you don't want to donate anything at all, that's perfectly fine. That's cool. I still love you. But I just want you to know it's there just in case you're like, hey man, how can I support? How can I help out? It's there if you want to. If you don't want to, just act like it ain't there. Also in the description, if you listen to them on YouTube, also the description, once again, YouTube channel is youtube.com/deethezo. That's DEETHEZO. If you like to listen to the podcast on YouTube, in the description of the video, there'll be that same link to send you to a support page. Once again, completely optional. It's optional as I was gonna say an optional boss in a video game, but I can't think of one that everybody's definitely played and definitely fought. It's as optional as Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts. That's optional as hell. It's that optional. Just in case if you want to do it, do it. If you don't, you don't have to. It's not as hard as fighting Sephiroth though. It's easy to donate. But it's easy to not donate. So it's whatever. Anyway, now I got that out the way. I love y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I appreciate y'all so much. But we're at the end of the episode, y'all. We wrapping up. So I'm finna get out of here. And I don't know, probably give me something to eat. Because I ain't ate nothing all day. I don't know what I'm gonna eat though. But I love y'all. And I'm out. Peace.